personal brand to me has never been a goal, even though I've kind of now actively trying to work on it as a goal, but even it's not working for me. The time it actually worked for me is when I just did it without thinking. And I think I see building a personal brand on the internet very similar to how you do it in person, right? So imagine you walk into a room, like, like at a social gathering, like imagine the kind of people who pull the crowd, right? They have something interesting to say. They are either entertaining, like, they share an interesting story. They give you a unique insight that you can't hear from anyone else. So right now, and this is how it's worked for a while, where only when people have something valuable to share do they get to build a brand around them. For example, for me, it so happened that I was able to share things in a funny way that people weren't using humor for. I was able to use, let's say, product management, product marketing, B2B SaaS in funny context that people found interesting. I was using, like, in, let's say, in a Twitter context, I was using Tamil memes in a B2B SaaS context that people found funny. So I was able to do that, and that was my unique kind of attraction point of building a personal brand. And that is extremely authentic. That is authentic because it's also the content that I wanted to share, and I did it without the intent of building a personal brand. So what I see happening right now is that you can very clearly see that their goal is to increase. And again, when I was doing all of this, I was happy seeing my follower growth grow, but then there was never the goal. Again, I don't say this to sound like, extremely like a high humility or anything like that, but it is just not something that I knew I could control. So hence it is never part of my goal. But right now, what I see is a lot of gaming the system. For example, I don't post every day because I don't have anything valuable to say every day. So I don't post every day. But I see a lot of people like trying to game the system by, like, posting every day, trying to write in formats that, like, work well with the algorithm and all that. So again, nothing against it. Maybe it works, and I know people who made it big with that also. So for me, the way that I would build personal brand is just by sharing things. And again, the example that I would use is do it like the way that you would do it in person. If you go into a social gathering, what are some of the things that you would do or say that will pull people towards you? The same thing that you should be doing on the internet as well. And just maybe if you want to do something different, just apply that rubric, right? If I do this in person, what would happen? Like, that's how I think about it. It is very, very similar to how you do it in person and how you form like a personal brand, because the internet, the only thing it did is it exposed and it opened up the entire world that anyone can now listen to you and resonate with your ideas. So you should use it like that. It's your thoughts and your ideas and your opinions and your perspectives that you're sharing that pull people towards you. So it is that builds the personal brand, and everything else is a second layer. You can use memes, you can use videos, you can use reels, like so many things you can do, but it should be grounded in what you truly want to say, and what you want to say should be valuable.